Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Mass Effect Part 6B. So, I've just had a run around and found the last of the Keepers. I'll leave you a little link in the description to where those can be found. And we're just on our way now to pick up the last one. Enjoy! This is the Alliance dock, where we first arrived and where the Normandy's docked. So we're going to pick up a bit of the main story and... well, maybe not. Maybe I could skip over that in a minute. Come back to that in just a moment. Woo! And nice big wad of credits. So that's all the Keeper Scandal 21. If anyone would like a short rundown on where all the Keepers are actually located in one video, give me a shout in the comments and I will arrange something along those lines. Right, so we've managed to nip past without advancing the main story, so I'll wrap up the last quest and we'll hit that up in just a moment. I believe it's over here.
Hey there! Oh, you're not C-Sec, are you? Did you want something?
This is related to that scanning the Keepers quest.
What were you trying to explain to the officer before?
My colleague is trying to kill me, and I thought we were friends.
How do you know he wants you dead?
He's changed. He won't talk to me at work anymore, and he started following me.
Really?
Yesterday, he followed me all the way home, just waiting for a chance. I don't care what anyone thinks. He wants me gone. I know it.
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
Would you? That's all I want. Someone to talk to him. Tell him to leave me alone. He thinks he can just push me around, but you'll show him, won't you?
Just tell me where he is and I'll go find him.
Oh, right. Well, he wanted to meet with me down in the wards near the markets. He said he just wanted to talk, but I know better. His name's Shorban. He's a Solarian. You shouldn't have any trouble. He's just a scientist.
Shorban. That's the guy who asked us to scan the Keepers.
That'll be him.
The Keepers? Well, even more reason to go after him. That's against regulations.
I better look into this right away. Find out what he's up to.
Anything's possible with Shorban these days. Well, good luck.
Well, he didn't strike me as the type to attempt to have his colleague killed. Seemed a little too spineless for that. But let's see what's happening, shall we? Just like that. Oh. This looks
Commander,
worrying.
I wasn't expecting to see you again. Is there something you want?
You can start by telling me the truth, Shorban.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. My experiments are...
Your lies are catching up with you. We spoke with your friend, Jalid.
You spoke with Jalid? Then you know about the data?
No, but you're gonna tell me. Everything.
You boys can go.
Oh, that's promising.
Looks like my plans have changed. It's not as bad as you think, Commander. Jalid and I just got a little over our heads.
Keep talking.
The company we work for developed an experimental procedure for use in medical scanners. Jalid and I saw even more potential, so we stole the plans and secretly developed a tool to scan the Keepers. Can you imagine? A tool that can actually get readings from the Keepers?
What's so special about that?
The Keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct. After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them.
It's kind of not allowed as well.
We were the first to scan them, ever. You've seen it yourself, Commander. You know we can do it.
Why are you trying to kill your partner?
I'm not trying to kill him. Jaleed's job was to disseminate our initial findings. But he decided to keep the data for himself. Maybe to sell it. I don't know.
So you're just trying to get back what Jaleed already stole.
We lost our heads. We just couldn't let an opportunity like this pass us by. Commander, if you'll just continue gathering data for me, imagine what we might learn. And you'll stand to make a bit of a profit yourself, remember?
I suppose a little scanning here and there won't hurt anyone?
Very good.
Especially not as I've already done
Maybe if you wouldn't mind speaking with Jaleed. The data you're gathering for me is useless if Jaleed won't help me analyze it.
If I have time, I'll talk to him.
Well, it's
Thank
quite
you.
what I had in mind.
And happy scanning, Commander.
A lot of back and forth on the Citadel. On the other hand, we'll soon be out in the wider galaxy. So I'll mix things up a little bit.
Hello again. Did you have any luck finding Shorban?
I found out you've been lying to me, Jaleed.
Lying? Why would I lie to you?
What about the Keeper data?
He told you? I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I was afraid Shorban would kill me to get the data, so I was hoping you'd take care of him.
Right.
I'm scanning the Keepers for Shorban, but you two need to stop fighting.
You're helping us? But, well, if you say so.
So there's things
Well,
dangling
if
from his
Shorban can forgive and
seat.
forget, then so can I.
Solid
I
or
appreciate the help,
flexible?
Commander. I better go get that data analyzed.
He vanishes like a puff of smoke. Yeah, those things that point down off the face of his suit, I can't really tell if they're supposed to be, rigid or flexible. As and the last time we talked to him, they were flapping around like crazy, and now they're just rigid. Very strange. Okay. So, I'm going to sell off a few bits and pieces and see what we can buy before we make a departure. Alright, so we're back. We're back up on the Presidium now. I've just had a run around all the various market stalls, and the only thing I found worth buying at the moment is a very affordable but significant upgrade to Tali's armour. So, she's now in orange and white, and that's massively up to shields, so it's a definite improvement. I prefer to emphasise shields over damage protection anyway. Just takes that a little bit longer before you go down, I find. There we go. I have, however, forgotten about this little conversation here, which is basically a side quest. So we'll pick this up.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
Why is the CSEC officer harassing you?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
If that's all the CSEC officer wants, why not just buy the permit?
The truth of the Enkindlers is universal. This one humbly believes that the truth should not be suppressed. Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's religious freedom.
Not quite sure I'm convinced about
So you're
that
breaking
argument.
the law by preaching without a permit right now?
The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
Yeah, that's not really going to convince anybody.
Who are the Enkindlers?
Your people know them as the Protheans. They are the true creators of this one's people. The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please let this one know if success is achieved.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
I think you should let the Hanar preach in the Presidium.
The Presidium is a place of culture and respect. It should not be filled with zealots shouting their idiocy. Why should the jellies get special treatment? Every other species understands and obeys the laws.
If I purchased the evangelical permit myself, would that take care of things?
As long as it stays in approved areas once it has the permit, yes. That would solve the issue for me.
So I could try and convince him to just leave it alone, but to be honest, I'm more inclined to think that the CSEC officer's got a point.
I'll be back.
I don't care what you have to do. Just get rid of that Hanar.
On the other hand, he's a miserable git. So,
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays.
well, that's not news to anybody.
This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
Well, if those want to come and listen, they can come and listen if he's got a permit.
Is this how the Enkindlers would want you to use this gift of consciousness?
The Enkindlers would wish for their message to be spread to all sentient races.
Given what I know of the Protheans, he's half right.
The Enkindlers wouldn't wish their message to be spread by breaking society's laws.
He's all wrong.
This one hears wisdom. Perhaps enthusiasm has clouded judgment in this matter. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
No objection to it being on the Presidium, just the way it conducts itself when it's there.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
I feel there's plenty of options on how you deal with that. It's the one I think makes the most sense to me. Alright, so back up on the Alliance dock, just above the CSEC Academy. Anytime you come in and out of the Citadel via ship, this is where you arrive. So we've been up here not so long ago. We've got Ambassador Edina and Captain Anderson over there. Now we have actually wrapped up all the quests on the Citadel, all the side quests anyway. And it's time to make a move on with the main story. So, as our last point for this episode, let's go and have a chat.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
Now let's go with a nice response.
Take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
Well, kinda none of my business at the same time. So let's be nice.
What happened?
I failed. I couldn't make the cut. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone.
Absolutely not.
Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But
if they
a bit
do
flimsy at this stage.
The conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
Just assuming the conduit's actually got anything to do with that.
I'll stop him.
You bet.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Well, I think we'll start there, and then we can get our full crew complement.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your
Intel's
decision.
got to be the way forward.
You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
Dick.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
Glad to hear it, Commander. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre.
Technically,
I have
that's
a
not
meeting
how
to
it's
get to.
supposed to
Captain
work,
Anderson
but,
can answer any questions you might have.
I'd rather talk to him than Udina. See if he's got anything to
Yes,
add.
Commander?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
For those who don't know, the Batarians are not one of the council races or the associate races, which is why you won't see them hanging around the Citadel. They live out in the what's it called? Far side of the Traverse. I can't remember what the other side of the galaxy is called now, but anyway. And they were initially in contact with the Citadel, but had a falling out, which I can't quite remember about some time ago. But before this game starts, anyway. So that's why you won't see many of them in this one. They crop up in the later ones.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished, and I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Maybe. Maybe both. That's a bit of a whiny response, but...
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city, mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research.
Wonderful.
Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
That helps.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need me.
Just for anyone who's interested, you may remember that the trader down on the wards, Expat, his name was, Volus, mentions the colonies, and if you press him further on it, it gives you more information on Pharos and Novaria. So I realise this has been quite a long one, so I think we'll wrap it up, and we'll start on with the exploration of the galaxy in the next episode. As always, thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed, hit those like buttons, subscribe buttons and so on. It's always very much appreciated. If you'd like to keep up with what's going on the channel and such, follow me on Facebook and Twitter /Xion Games. Thank you very much.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it, nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander, 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking.
We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
This began with an attack on a human settlement in the Traverse.
But we know Saren won't stop there. His Geth armies aren't going to stay on the far fringes of Citadel space.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.